My journey wasn't easy. There was times where I grinded and I saw nothing. There was times where I worked so hard and nothing came out of it. There was times where I felt like I was lost. And I always found my way back as soon as I had faith in God, as soon as I realized that through God I can achieve all things. Through knowing that God is my purpose and these things, just focus on being 1% better and it will all come. Through realizing that everything comes when you have faith. As soon as I deprioritized me having all these results and I prioritized my growth, it will all come. It took me months. I maybe got an $800 a month. It took me even more months. I had a $2,000 a month and it all started building up. Then I had my first $1,000 day. Then it all comes. It comes through creating that value. It comes through becoming the person that you always wanted to become, but slowly. Because we are so far from the person that you want to become. I'm still so far from the person that I want to become in my life. But it's about being 1% better every day, seeking that growth, doing a little bit better every single day, and detaching from the result. Detaching from, what if this happens? How mastering the law of attraction helped me achieve everything I wanted to at 50. Thing is, you are going to attract the way you live. If you live a lustful life, if you live a life that doesn't show that you are worthy, that you can achieve all these things, that's all you're gonna get in life. So I realized that I dopamine talked so much. I said I wanted all these things, but where was my action to show that I wanted it? Thing is, so many people are stuck in this loop in this generation. Thing is, so many people are used to saying I want this, saying I'm gonna do this, saying all these things, but not taking action upon it. Where our mind is wired to, we can just say something, and that means success. We can just say something, that's all we need to do. But I decided, I don't wanna be like everyone else. I'ma actually take action, and it's all gonna come. That all started when I had faith in God, and I put in hard work. It all came. Thing is, how? What does it mean to really use the law of attraction in your life? Law of attraction isn't some magic, but it is doing the things that make you the person you want to become. By doing the things of the person I wanted to become was right in front of me. It was always there. God always had the vision for me. God always had the pathway for me. Thing is, it took me taking a step out of my comfort zone. It took me doing something I wouldn't normally do to see that. I've tried so many business models in my life. Tried reselling, tried e-com, tried trading. Every single time wasn't a problem with the business model, but a problem with my work ethic, a problem with the mindset. That whole time, I just decided I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna work harder than every single other person. I would have got it. Thing was that I was so attached to the result. I'm like, can't wait to hit my 10K month off trading. But I seek the result so much, the result became impossible to me. Thing is, if you always seek the result, instead of seeking growth, that result will never come to you in your life. That result becomes impossible, seemingly that you're not seeking. So if I had seeked growth that whole time, I would have achieved all these things sooner. And every single person can achieve everything they ever wanted by using the law of attraction in your life. So really, what is the law of attraction? It is doing things that make you the best version of yourself. Instead of being like, oh, I don't have anything to do, I'm gonna just sit down and do nothing. Why not do something that builds you? Because when you're successful, when your hours are working, it's putting the worth of your hours at $10,000. When your hours are worth $10,000, are you gonna be wasting time with things that pull you away from purpose, pull you away from the good things that are happening in your life? No. So the value of our hours is seemingly nothing because we don't bring value to our own lives. But what if we created a valuable life? What if we made our hours worth $10,000? So once we give the value to our hours, the value will attract us. Once we're like, I'm not gonna do all these things that don't matter. I'm not gonna live in the world. I'm not gonna do the average person does. I'm gonna do things that give value to my hours. Then you're gonna achieve it all. Because you can't achieve nothing putting zero value on your hours. Because it's so easy. For the longest time of my life, I had zero value on my hours. I'd go out, I did lustful things, I did bad things that I regret doing in my life. Because there was no value to my hour. There was no value to my life. Thing is, you're gonna find that value through having faith in God. Through knowing that value is all there. You can become such a valuable person, but you need to create your own value. Because value is not gonna appear like this. Value is gonna appear once you start bringing your life to a valuable life. Once you start becoming a man of God. Once you start creating wealth. Once you start building your physique. Once you create power in your hours, that's when everything is achievable. Because you can't achieve nothing if your hours are topped at hanging out with a girl. Your hours are topped at things that bring you to merely nothing. So in all those times, I always forgot that thing is, when we're on that journey, it isn't easy. All that I've just said is easier said than done. Thing is, on my whole walk, I fell. I made mistakes. I fell into sin. I I fell into lust. But without faith in God, you will fall every single time and not get back up. Because this isn't just about money, but this is about becoming the best version of yourself. Because anyone can get all the money in the world, but that won't change the person. That won't change what they chase. To become a high value man, which means having God in your life, building your physique, being wealthy, being a person that creates value in their own life. That is by chasing God above all things. That is about attracting and giving value to your life. Thing is, anyone can say, I've realized all my life that so many people are gonna dopamine talk. So many people are gonna say they want these things, but the people that really want it, people that are really gonna get it, are the people that bring value to their time. Not the person that lives in lust, not the person that does all this. Because these people, they have their eyes on something that is pointless. But having your eyes on what really matters, the people you may call corny, the people you may think don't have a valuable life, those are the people that are actually gonna achieve something in life. The people that don't go to all these lustful events, that don't go to these parties, but instead chase God. Instead, chase becoming the best version of themselves. So by attracting that best version of yourself and creating that value in your own life, the best version of yourself is right outside the door. So the person that you always wanted to be can come in the flash of an eye with the law. The person that you've always wanted to become can come in the flash of an eye just by attracting it. Instead of focusing on the result that isn't guaranteed, instead of focusing on lustful things and things that bring no purpose to you, you focus on your goals. You focus on building a relationship with God. You focus on building wealth. You focus on building your physique. You focus on becoming the best version of you. And by doing that, you will become the best version of you. You focus on giving priority to your time. You don't waste your time on going out and seeking lust. You don't waste your time on things that don't bring you purpose, but you give your time to things that develop you as a person. Because thing is, once you get in that mode, once you're like, my hours are so valuable, I'm gonna give my hours to things that will level me up. I'm gonna give my hours to things that will make me the best version of myself. Then success will come. Because we can't expect to become the best version of ourselves, spending hours on things that take us away from God, that take us away from purpose. Then we wonder at night, why can't I build a relationship with God when we could have spent the whole day lusting? And we could have spent the whole day living in sin. And we ask that. We ask ourselves, why can't I become successful after spending a whole day on video games, a whole day watching movies, a whole day unproductively? Thing is, you can achieve all these things. But once you realize that the value in your life is gonna come by you creating it first, once you realize that you are a valuable person, there's so much value in your life. Every single hour you put in is valuable. That's when all these things are gonna come in your life. For me, success hit pretty slow. Took me a month or two of me working hard. Thing is, for such a long time, I was trying to change, I was trying to become better, I was trying to do all these things. But it only came as soon as I realized that it was never about the result, but it was about the growth I'd created in my own life. It was about me creating value in my own life. That I am a valuable person I can be proud of. That doing these lustful things, that's not who I am. I'm a valuable person. I give my time to God. I give my time to building my business. I give my time to building my physique. And I give my time to one day the wife of my dreams. Thing is, if we give time to things that will create no value in our life, we will never find value in our life. That is where our value is seeked. We think that lust, we think that these things are really valuable because we give it time. But if we'd given that time to things that will actually create value in our life, we would have become a valuable person. How do you successfully use the law of attraction in your life? You don't give time to things that pull you away from God. You don't give time to things that devalue you. You give time to building yourself. You give time to people that matter in your life. You give time to building your physique. You give time to building your business. And then once we realize that our hours are meant to value, by realizing that our hours have so much value in them, that every single hour we put towards these things that don't matter devalue us as a person. You put hours into things that you actually value in your life, into people that you value, into things that will create you into the valuable man you want to become. It's as simple as realizing you are that valuable person. It's as simple as seeing the value inside yourself, seeing that you are that valuable man. You can achieve all these things. You are all these things. You just aren't 100% there yet. And every single day, you're going to get 1% better at it. And one morning, you're going to wake up and be like, I basically achieved it all. I'm there. I did it. Thing is, we're going to fall. I fell so many times on my journey, whether it be in lust, whether it be in me being unproductive, whether it be in me fading from my goals, whether it being undisciplined. And it's about building yourself into that person. Because it isn't going to be something that's going to happen to you in one day, but it's going to be when you fall, you're going to get back up stronger than ever. When you fall, you're going to dwell on God and have faith in God. Because God is what's going to guide you to that goal. God is what's going to make all these things possible in your life. This is how you are going to use the law of attraction in your life. And this is how you are going to successfully use the law of attraction in your life to completely flip your life.